Ron Moshier, Utica Observer Dispatch on the line right now. Ron, good morning. Speechless from last night. What are your thoughts?
Well, the good news is I'm not a Falcons fan.
Yeah,
the bad news is I was rooting for the Falcons.
I know.
We all were,
I'm
Ron.
just glad that that didn't happen to my Giants. How about that?
Yeah.
I mean, I was ready to pack it in and say, oh, geez, maybe I'll head home because I was at a friend's house. And I guess I'm glad I stayed, but I was actually rooting for the Falcons. I think the Patriots have won enough, but you got to hand it to them. They've dealt with adversity from the start.
It's incredible.
The four-game suspension.
Yeah.
Gronkowski's injury, this and that, and they still find a way to win.
Listen, can you argue that Tom Brady is not the best quarterback in NFL history? I guess you can.
I told my wife this morning that I hate to say it, but I have to say it. I think he is. Look what he's done. But I also hate it when the talking heads, like me, the talking heads, say that Brady let him back. Well, let's face it. The Falcons didn't really lay a hand on him when the game was on the line. No pressure, four-man rush. Nobody was in his face like they were in the first half, and he's got. I wrote it down. He's got his own set of Smurfs, the Edelmans, the Amendolas, James White out of the backfield catching 14 passes. Come on, little swing passes, hunt and peck. It's a terrible cliche, but the Patriots took what the Falcons were giving them.
Yeah.
And the Falcons offensively just went to sleep. Julio Jones makes that incredible catch on the sidelines. They're in field goal range to put them up, to give them 31 points. And then the next 2 or 3 plays, they go backwards and wind up having to punt and give it right back to Brady and the Patriots. So, I mean, little things like that. And Edelman's catch, as a Giants fan, it was just the anniversary for David Tyree's catch against his helmet.
Yeah.
The ball against the helmet. Well, here, Edelman off the guy's off the guy's leg while he's it's 1-on-3, three defensive backs there, and he catches it. So,
those
guys deserve credit too, not just Tom Brady.
I thought that was definitely not a catch. I thought the ball hit the turf, and then when you look at it in slow motion, you're like, "What a freak play!"
He double caught it,
inches away from the ground. Bill,
that's unbelievable.
No, I think. Pound for pound, he's one of the best players in the NFL. I love watching him play. Again, even though I'm not a Patriots fan, I love watching a guy like Edelman play. So,
wow.
I mean, more power to him. They, I guess it irks me a little that Tom Brady's the Derek Jeter of NFL here, Captain America, Mr. Clean. They had the Mr. Clean commercial. Tom Brady should be the star of that. So
when you think about it,
minus the scandals, of course.
I mean,
come on.
I mean, other than the Deflategate, but everything he touches turns to gold. So, and it did again last night. So, and I almost sensed that. I kept telling my wife that that things are going to work out for him some way. I know they're down 25 points, but you think of it. What's the best script for the NFL? He gets a 4-game suspension and then comes back, and from the same guy, from Goodell, has to get the trophy handed to him.
Yeah.
So.
It
was like a soap opera.
And the booing and Kraft's response, I thought, was interesting as well. I mean, there's no love lost there. Very amazing. I mean, I tweeted out. I would have thought this. How did I say it? I would have thought this was the best game ever. It was going to be the best game ever had it not been for the boring parts or something.
The first half,
the
boring first half.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. I mean, who would have known this was going to be?
I didn't even have my laptop with me, so I did no tweeting whatsoever.
Well, you're better off, believe me.
Yeah.
All right, so busy time. I mean, we're talking high school wrestling, high school girls and boys basketball, high school hockey.
We have a couple more. We have a couple more weeks of the regular season, but basketball is starting to play out. I've said all along that it was Cooperstown in Class C, and they've won like 14 in a row, I believe, and Madison in Class D. But I don't know if people noticed, but this past week, Madison squeaked by in overtime over McGraw in their league, and they have it's McGraw at Madison tomorrow night for the Central Counties League title, and that should be a great one. But I still believe in Madison. They've got a little bit of everything there, and they're still undefeated, still number one in the state in Class D. And I'm looking forward to, well, I guess there's freezing rain in the forecast. Seems like every Tuesday some games are canceled. But tomorrow night, the Waterville boys are at Westmoreland, and that should be a great game. Center State Conference. I think they both got one loss in the league. So I'm looking forward to going to that and seeing those two teams.
Can I don't mean to be critical, Ron, but can I just reference a typo in the OD here, if you don't mind? And I think it might be your fault. If you could just correct the Cooperstown Dollarville score. I think there's a typo. Cooperstown 100.
No, it was 100 to 28.
100 to 28. It was 30-1 at the end of the first quarter.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
I took that game Saturday night or Friday night, whenever it was, and not happy to take it. And talking to Dave Bertram, the Cooperstown coach, a game like that's not good for either team. I mean, Cooperstown's got a great chance to win another sectional title, but a game like that doesn't help him. I think his son had 26, and I'm pretty sure he didn't play the fourth quarter or much of the second half anyway. I think a kid that hardly ever plays had 13 points for Cooperstown in that game. And Dowsville's had a rough year. They haven't been known for basketball for a while now. They've got, obviously, great football and some good wrestlers there. But right now they're hurting. I want to say there's something like 1-15, and Cooperstown's 15-2, something like that. So, no, you don't like seeing games like that. And I've seen some, unfortunately, girls' games like that this year, too. Those are the kind of games I'm sort of glad that I'm not there in person.
Again,
that's kind of sad. I don't like seeing that. But I'll tell you, Saturday night, Bill, wrestlers again. Central Valley Academy. I keep saying I really believe they could be the best, weight class for weight class team, top to bottom, that we've had maybe ever. And it's just a shame. I keep saying this. It's just a shame that next year is the first year of a dual meet state championship. It was this year. I put my money on Central Valley Academy.
Yeah, they are on fire, and we've talked about it throughout the season. This is a solid team, and it comes at a time in the sport too where a lot of schools struggling to get numbers. But there's such a tradition in Mohawk-Ilion, that merged district with wrestling. It's such a tradition there.
Yeah, and I think you probably know the family. I'm have to talk to Bob Bush about doing a feature on this. The Cook family in Ilion. I think the father's name's Kenny Cook, and I think this is the last boy. I may be wrong. Maybe there's another one, but Tanner right now, I think he's one win away from 200 for his career. I think he's 199-30. That's just off the top of my head, but he lost in the state finals last year, I believe, by 1 point. And right now he's on a roll, and it just won his fourth straight Class B title. And he's going to be. I think the seedings come out tomorrow, but he'll be seeded number one going into the overall sectional championships this coming Saturday in Syracuse. So
Ken was
that family's. He's produced one wrestler after.
It's unbelievable, and he was a very good wrestler for Mohawk back in the 70s. I believe.
And I want to say he went to my alma mater. I think he went to Cortland State. I don't know if he wrestled much there, but I think he went to Cortland. Yeah.
So big now. So the sectionals for wrestling next week. Which would then be followed by the state.
Right, they split it up. Division I, large school; Division II, small school, and then I think they get a week off. There's a 2-week gap. It's sort of like the Super Bowl before the states in Albany. But I don't know if you noticed, but Bob Bush, the coach, his twin sons, 8th graders, went head to head in the finals there.
I saw that.
And I think Mason won 10-7. But what a great story! I told him that. Geez, I hope one of those guys gains a little weight so they don't have to face each other year after year. It just so happens that they have a defending state champion. If they bump up to 106, that's John Charles, who won a state title last year. So that's a good problem to have, though. Good
Definitely
wrestling partners. That's why that's why they're so good, I think.
Definitely a good problem to have. And now on hockey, where are we looking at for boys hockey?
Well, I haven't been in touch with that too much, but I think they have another week or two to go. And Whitesboro was ranked in the state not too long ago, down near the bottom end of the small schools, so they have a shot. But and Rome Free Academy is not bad either in large school, but we don't have the sectional finals down the street anymore either.
Yeah,
so that's not going to help us as far as coverage. But
all right, well, this is
I'll have to catch up with them.
This is the busy time of the year for people like you. So we'll keep chatting and keep getting the latest. And Ron Moshier, OD, thank you so much.
All right, have a great day, guys.
Good stuff.